Good morning and happy spring. Yesterday I got my copy of Beef Magazine in the mail and I flipped to the back cover and saw this ad. Let me zoom in here for you so you can see it. And down here at the bottom it says if you use this product, studies show you're going to add 52.4 more pounds to the weight of the calves. But it also makes the assumption that you will be paid the market price for adding these pounds. It's a common misconception, but it's wrong. Let me show you why it's wrong. We have to use what we call value of gain. What is the market paying me to add weight to those cattle? In order to figure out what the value of the gain is, let's go to a market report and see how it's shown. I'm going to use the Oklahoma City weighted average summary. The reason I'm using Oklahoma City is there's lots of different classes of cattle, and I can show this well this time of year. So down here, as I bring up the Oklahoma City weighted average summary, down here you see a class for feeder steers, medium and large number ones. Let's look at those. So as I look at this and I'm looking at value again, first thing I want to do is probably ignore these outliers, ones that are labeled fancy or thin or extremely fleshy. And I'm also looking for larger groups of cattle rather than basing it on here's where a lot where forehead were sold. Rather than base it on that, I want to base it on where there's some more numbers that would be more of a representative sale. So, and then I look for breaks where those animals tend to break in 100-pound lots. So here I've got a 488 pound average, and then I can go down here and find a 580 pound. So they're breaking in 100-pounders. So let's use this 488 pound steer. The average in that group sold for $1.76. So the average per head price for that group was $858 per head. Okay. Now let's go down and look at the 581 pounders. So we're going to add just about 100 pounds. The average of these 581 pounders sold for $1.62. So the average per head price was $941. Let's do a couple more. Let's go down here. Here's a 680 pounder. Pretty nice, nice sized bunch of cattle. The average of those sold for $1.45. So they average $986. And let's do one more. 773 pounder, pretty close to 780. They sold for $1.37. So they were worth $1,000. Now, here's how you figure out value of the gain. Well, I moved these animals from a 480 pounder to a 580 pounder. And how much did the market pay me for adding that weight? It paid me $83 for putting 100 pounds on those animals. So what was the value per pound added? Well, if you did it on 100 pounders, it's easy. Just move the decimal place. The market paid me 83 cents a pound for adding weight to those animals, not the $1.62 that they were selling for. Okay? It's actually just about half of what they were selling for. Okay? Let's do the same thing as we look down the market report here. As I moved those animals from 580 to 680 pounds, the market paid me $45 for putting 100 pounds on those animals, or 45 cents a pound, not $1.45 what they were selling for. Okay. The last one, move the animals from $986 to $1,060. The market paid me $70 for putting 100 pounds on those, or 70 cents a pound. So you can see that the value of gain changes by class of animal. It's not always the same. So next time you see somebody selling you a product and they assume that the weight you add is going to be worth the market price for what those animals are selling for, you know better. You have to use the value of gain to see what that added weight gain is worth. And one more pet peeve. It says so many more dollars in profit. Well, profit isn't gross income, is it? Wouldn't profit be the value of the added weight gain less the cost of the input and the inputting? So we need to be a little smarter when we read this stuff, and I think the advertisers need to be a little bit wiser about how they try to sell you their products. From the University of Wyoming Extension, I'm Dallas Mount.